Good morning and thanks for your company here on Joy News Interactive. My name is Benes Abu Bedu. Today we are talking National Science and Math Quiz. Yes, there's been a lot of interesting issues going on social media, and this year's edition particularly has had a very strong presence on social media. Talk about the tweets, talk about the videos, talk about the Facebook comments, and I know that some old students of Mfantispim, of Adisadel and of Opoku Ware have changed their Facebook IDs just so that we know that, yeah, they went to that school. So today we'll be talking about that. What are people expecting? The quiz is underway. We'll bring you some updates from the ground, at the premises of the University of Ghana Business School where the quiz is going on. And we'll speak to some old boys of these three schools and find out who they're rooting for. We know that Adisadel has never won it before. Mfantispim has won it twice, and Opoku Ware has also won it twice. So people feel the competition really is between Mfantispim and Opoku Ware. But let's see how it goes. Here's how to get interactive with us on Facebook. Our name is Joy News on TV. The various issues we are discussing here on Joy News Interactive today are posted there. Kindly leave your comments in the comment section. You can also tweet at us at Joy News on TV. Alternatively, you can send me a WhatsApp message on the number 0560 800,000 0560 800 000. So there's a lot of things that make us passionate about the schools we went to. Talk about the old schools reunion, talk about inter-colleges, but this time around it's the National Science and Math Quiz. Unfortunately, my school in Fantaman, came out quite early in the competition, but we did well. And so it's the finals today, and some of you have been posting about who you hope to win. As I said, the competition is underway, but let's get on to Facebook. Well, there you have it, Mfantispim versus Adisadel versus Opoku Ware. Let's get some comments here. It's at the RS Amegashi Auditorium of the University of Ghana Business School. This one says, science and maths is the key to technologies all over the world. We wish all the great future scientists, doctors, pharmacists, laboratory technologists, etc., the best of luck. Okay, Jonathan Opoku says, well, he's thinking we shouldn't have three schools competing in the finals. And he says from the preliminary stage throughout with three schools, he thinks it's wrong. There's another debate, I'm sure, for another day. But he says having three schools competing is not a fair competition. And he also thinks the schools were rushed into the competition. And, well, he's rooting for Mfantispim. But there are 6 replies to his comments. Let's see what responses are there to his comment. Marcelli says, each contest consists of 3 schools. How then can we have more than 3 schools going to the finals? And Mark Malfoy is asking, what kind of analysis is that? And Clifford says he's wondering. Kobna Emmanuel says, so how many schools do you want to compete in the finals? And he says, don't be too known. And well, on and on about it. Presla Nyamiche Abra is also saying she's shocked. Osei Tutulesi says he has a strong feeling that Adisadel College will win after a hard toil for the trophy last year. He said the squad is an improvement of the Bennett squad that participated last year. He says he thinks that Sibe is an improvement of last year's Adisco team. The other team, Boche, he cites and says the McAfee guy can put Boche into the driving seat as well as Edusi Poku from Uwas. He says, well, may the best team win. Let's rest a bit here on Facebook because we stepped out to find out from people who they're rooting for and why they think the school they're rooting for will win.
Adisadel will win because they have good teachers. And then talking about this science and math quiz, in fact, they have been trying since past the last years and even previous. I think they are very good. And, in terms of maybe the past questions and then the current one, I think I watched them on, last term or something else. I think they are very good, yes. And I believe they will win this time.
By all means, Opoku Ware because we win. By all means. Right. They tried. And then I always see them on TV all the time. They did well. So by all means, they will win.
I think Mfantispim.
Why?
Okay, for about 5 years now, I think Mfantispim has been doing well, both in WASI So I'm tipping them to win, you know. Yeah, I'm tipping. And they are also hardworking as well.
You said, Mfantispim and Opoku Ware. Opoku Ware, they normally based on minds and science. So I hope, as for me, I predict Opoku Ware can win. Maybe if it is bracket, Mfantispim and Opoku Ware, I suggest they can be bracket. If not bracket, Opoku Ware will win. You said, Mfantispim and Opoku Ware. Opoku Ware, they normally based on minds and science. So I hope, as for me, I predict Opoku Ware can win. Maybe if it is bracket, Mfantispim and Opoku Ware, I suggest they can be bracket. If not bracket, Opoku Ware will win.
Mfantispim. Because for quite a long time, I know that it's a school which does well for many years now. So to me, I even pray that they win.
So, well, I'm rooting for Adisadel College only because I'm a Moga, so it's just proper that I support Santa because they are our boys' school. But here on WhatsApp, this one says, I have a strong feeling the Owarens would take the trophy to Kumasi. This is Mieza from Presec, Legon. And this one says, I went to a Gasco, but at this school are our brothers, Bochedie. Oh, really? And this is from Lexidi from Burgos, when he's saying Adisadel College will win. This one says, just to end the rivalry between the two Cape Coast schools, Owas will win. And this says, I'm for Opoku Ware, shine, shine, and shine, more vim. And this is coming from Urabedo at Dasebre Pharmacy in Konongo. So keep your messages coming here on WhatsApp, but let's do a few messages here on Facebook. Freeman Pipe says, did you know Adisadel College was the first school to introduce the prefectorial cloak system? Okay, red for head prefects, blue for other prefects, and green for the assistants, a style which over the years has been copied by all schools in Ghana. Okay, there you have it. And people are drifting away from the competition itself to flaunt their schools and why they think their school is the best. You always expect that anyway. But there are 13 replies to that. I can imagine what people are saying there. And let's just see a few of it. This one is from Obadiah and says, sorry, but not all schools. And Abna Boama is saying, tell him. This one says, don't worry, those who event will soon do. Rasbomba says, not Opoku Ware. We don't wear those colors. And Freeman Pipe says, it's not about the colors. The main issue is that Adisadel started. And so, well, he thinks that everybody's following their lead. But Freeman, does that mean Adisadel will win? Because they haven't won it ever, and this will be their first time if they win. I'll bring you some updates shortly because that competition is underway. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be speaking to some old boys of these schools to find out who they're rooting for. Obviously, they'll be rooting for their own schools, but to find out how they followed the competition and what they think about that. But quickly, I'm being told that we have them on the line right now. Let's speak to Kusi Boating, and he's supporting Opoku Ware. Hello, Kusi. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Kusi. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing well. How's the competition going? You're currently there.
So far, it's been interesting. I mean, every other school that's represented here wants to win the trophy. So, yeah, let me just put it that way. It's been interesting so far.
So, who is leading now? Do we know?
At the end of first round, Adisadel College leading, and followed by Mfantispim, then Opoku Ware in that order.
Okay, but so do you have hope for Opoku Ware? After the first round, you're third, well, on the boards. Do you have hope?
Well, you know, there's always the issue of starting with too much energy, and then by the time it gets to the finish line, you'll be out of energy to finish it. So we are hopeful that we're just warming up into the game, and evidently in the second round, Opoku Ware is almost answering every question that is coming up. So yeah, we are hopeful that we can make it.
So what happens if you don't win?
That is not even that is even a non-start. That is not a start. If we don't win, we are going to win. But then if we don't win, I mean, Opoku Ware has always been Opoku Ware, and will forever be Opoku Ware.
All right, thank you so much. That was Nanakusi Boateng, and he's rooting for Opoku Ware Secondary School. But after the first round, Adisadel is leading with 19 points. Mfantispim School, 18 points. Opoku Ware School, 14 points. But we also have someone from Adisadel College, Santa Caution, on the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing great. How's the feeling? Are you watching or are you following the updates from the National Science and Math
Well,
Quiz?
I'm following the updates. Actually, I have like a minute update to whatever is going on there.
Okay.
Like every minute I get updates. I decided just got it correct. Fatima got it wrong and everything. So I have the updated.
Okay, but Adisadel, last year you were so close and you couldn't make it. And this year you are there again. Do you have hope?
Oh, it's not about just having hopes. You're very optimistic that we're going to take it. You know, we have actually ruled Mowas out because they are just small boys, and then
they won't be happy to hear that. They won't be happy to hear that.
Yeah, I know that. I know, right? We just rule them out. We know our competitors in Mfantispim, and then the long-term rivalry has been going on. That's what we're actually holding on to right now. But then, just as the first round has just indicated, we are leading them. So that's exactly what I'm not sure we'd want to win about so much of a high margin. Just a little that they would just
But it's just the first round. It's just the first round, you know.
Yes. You see, it's the first round, and then there's this actually I think that is so it's just the beginning. So just show them something a little for them to realize that it's just not about age, it's about the competence. So that's what Adisadel is doing right now.
All right, and so what would it mean for you as a person if Adisadel picks up this trophy?
Please come again.
What would this mean for you, you know, as an individual, not for the school per se, but for you personally, if Adisadel should win this? What would it mean for you?
Maybe, I don't know if you're not aware, there's a long-term rivalry between Adisadel and Mfantispim. You get it? I think about supremacy in Cape Coast. So a win for Adisadel today is more or less like all the bragging rights coming to us saying that Adisadel is Adisadel. And then there's like somebody who said the first college in Ghana, as we claim to be. As I said, a meeting kept me, but I'm sure I get the minutes up to date of whatever is going on there. I really will be happy. I don't know, maybe I'll just jump out of the office and then I don't know what to do.
That's how much you love your school. But if Nana Kusi is still on the line, Nana, do you have any response? Okay, he's left. He's actually at the University of Ghana Business School where the competition is going on. And we are not done yet with the National Science and Math Quiz. We'll be speaking to an Mfantispim old boy on Skype, but we'll have to take a quick break now. When we come back, there's more to discuss on Joy News Interactive. Please don't go away. Thanks for staying on Joy News Interactive with me, Benis Abu Baid. Before the break, we've been talking about the National Science and Math Quiz. There's a lot of passion about this year's competition. We spoke to Nanakusi Boateng, who is an OWAS old student, and who's also obviously supporting Opoku Ware to win it. And well, they've won it 2 times, so this will be the 3rd. If they win, we've also been speaking to Nana Santa, and of course, he's an old boy of the Adisadel College. It will be their first time ever if they win. We are yet to speak to an Mfantispim old boy. We'll be having him on Skype. He's not in the country, but he's really passionate about his school, so we'll be speaking to him shortly. But before that, let's move on to other issues. And Honorable Kennedy Ejapong has been trending for some comments he made against the EC chairperson, suggesting that she, you know, had some form of sexual intercourse to get the position that she has. But National Chairman of PNC, Bernard Mona, said the comment of the controversial New Patriotic Party MP does not only amount to demonization of the commission, but also cast a slur on the reputation of the chairperson. Quote, if there are legal issues, I would advise Madam Charlotte Asay to go to court so that Kennedy Ejapong will be able to prove the case she possibly exchanged sex for her position and who she exchanged that with, unquote. So there's been a lot of comments within just about three hours. There's been 102 comments on this, and quite a number of shares, 38 shares. So Seth Ejenim Boateng says she can't take him to she can take him on because she knows the man is speaking from fact. Okay, Seth, I really don't want to read this. Sakina Saleh says, this is what happens when certain positions and money falls into the hands of the wrong man and people still support his actions. She's talking about Kennedy Japan and says, wow, what an honorable man. I'm sure that's sarcastic. And she says, the question now is, does this man really deserve to be called honorable at all? Stooping so low because of what we want people who are daring to bring on issues that will bring positivity and not insult womanhood. Here 24 replies to that here on Facebook. Let's see what the replies are. And Alex Joe Sam says, oh, okay, well, I knew this would invoke a lot of passion. Sarah says, may God have mercy and pity on you for calling his creation useless. Kwame says, women are always quick to play the gender card, and he's laughing. Is that always the issue? And Daniel Ansah says, the only thing we need here is the woman should come out and tell Ghanaians it's not true because that man talks with facts. He knows the laws of the land. Okay, that's what Daniel Ansah is suggesting. But really, there's been a lot of calls by advocate groups and, you know, gender activists and feminists and everybody who is not excited about this comment, saying that women must be treated right. For other people, it's a private affair, and so if the person is qualified, let's talk about the person's qualities. Let's look at what the person has done and the facts on the ground. But we went out to speak to some people on the streets to ask them what they make of Bernard Mona's suggestion that the EC chair should sue Kennedy Japan.
Whenever our leaders want to put something out there, they should be mindful of their words because, you know, we are in a country where democracy is allowed. But I don't think we should use democracy as an excuse to just put out harsh words out there because people are also learning from them. So to me, if they will do something about it, I think it's okay. Yeah, but I can't say as to whether he should be sanctioned or not. Yeah, I leave that to the authorities. Yeah.
That is a political issue which they have to discuss, especially at the right time we are. Yeah. To avoid confusion. We cannot say anything just like that. Why has he said it? And verify to see if really the woman won the position with illegally.
Something should be done to Kennedy Japan. If suing is there, what will teach him a lesson, I think that should be done. Because what he said about women is very distasteful. And my beautiful daughter, who is in Legon, who is doing very well, one day come out and, because of what he said, he will get a big position, and people will be saying that she also used the body to attain that position. So I think something very serious should be done to that man so that he will stop insulting women and their dignity.
No, the cases of this nature have been happening day in, day out. We don't see anything. People usually, at the end of the day, the state rather loses by spending much on cases and we don't see anything. So I don't think he should be sued. Yeah, but it's rather unfortunate from him to be said that, but he should leave me alone.
If he has the proof, then it's okay. But if he doesn't have any proof, then he being sued, so there's a whole lot of things ahead. Yeah. Because I understand that anything that you say, you have to have a proof as to whatever you are saying. So I'm sure the reason why he said it is because he has some proofs. Yeah.
Interesting comment over there. Hakeem and Tamale says this guy should be taken away from Parliament, and Hakeem uses a harsh word I can't repeat. Thank you, Hakeem, for your comment. But on Facebook, Ms. Nena Sule says even women support him. This rather a disgrace to you. And let's see some more comments here on Facebook. Well, Nana Adjoa says, Alex Josam, okay, right. I knew this is going to evoke a lot of passion. Let's go up, let's go up. Sure, up. Obi is saying, and you, Sakina, did Ken say your name? So, well, it looks like I have to move away from here because the comments aren't too worthy. So, we've been talking about the National Science and Math Quiz. Like I said, I've already spoken to some old students of Opoku Ware Secondary School and of Adisadel College. I'm still trying to reach that Mfantispim old boy who is so passionate, but our lines seem to be failing us. I'm not being biased. I sure will try to raise him on the line before we end the show. But just so you see what the place was like before the whole competition started, let's look at our trending video. Well, there you saw it for yourselves, how the gentlemen are charged. There's an all-men affair at the National Science and Math Quiz, the finals this year. Opoku Ware Secondary School versus Adisadel College versus Mfantispim. Like I mentioned earlier, if you've been on the show, we've spoken to some old students of Opoku Ware and Adisadel College, and they're telling us why they think their school will win. I've spoken to Felix Beidou, who is an old student of Mfantispim, and he tells me that he's really passionate and he would have loved to talk, but he can't make it. We're trying to establish another person over Skype lines, but well, technology is failing us. I'm really sorry about that. Mfantispim boys, please forgive me. I went to Mfantispim, so you know we have something in common. But that's how we end Joy News Interactive for today. Thanks so much for your company. But don't forget, the conversation continues on all our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Joy News on TV. Same name will find us on Twitter and Instagram. Alternatively, you can send us a picture, a video, a message on WhatsApp. Our number is 0560-800,000. At the end of the first round, Adisadel College was leading, well, followed by Mfantispim and then Opoku Ware Secondary School. You sure will get many updates from that quiz later on in our bulletins. But that's how we wrap it all up here on Joy News Interactive. My name is Benis Abu Bedu. Do enjoy the rest of your day.